Angry now. You're an angry person now.
That's just me on Twitter.
Why?
That's the
Why are you
angry performative male.
No, you're not performative. It came from a genuine place.
I mean, I think I've finished. Yeah, I've finished a decade of working in Telugu films, so I feel my anger is right in its place.
Right. So we'll start with that because I want to just get past that and then get to the other stuff. Because
The juicier stuff.
The juicier stuff. Now, the thing that you wrote was, empty theatre halls are a sign that we are not making movies that are drawing audiences in anymore. The audience is smart. They know it's not, you can't blame anything. It's just that we are not putting out good stuff that attracts the audience anymore. That's something you truly believe in.
Yes.
Okay. Now, why did this rant, now, when did you think this started happening?
Well, I've been noticing films and filmmakers and scripts because it's part of my daily business to sit and listen to ideas and scripts and pitches, right? So, for a year and a half, I've just been listening to the same story, just different iterations of the same story, the same script, the same screenplay happening over and over and over again. And that's one of the reasons why I've pretty much stopped acting in a lot of films as well. And I honestly feel the rant that I put up on Twitter is like an everyday average common man's rant. It's so expensive to get to the theaters, considering all the difficult times that we're going through and all the difficulties involved in physically locating oneself from their house to the theater just to experience a film. And if there's no value for the money for those 2 hours, 3 hours, people will be pissed. And I think that's the reason why the audience has spoken. I mean, nobody's turning up at the theaters anymore.
Right. But there are films that are working. For example, for Sankranti, you had the Chiranjeevi film with Anil Ravipudi that worked. You had last year, you had a few films.
Yeah, a few.
But you're saying they're all few. They're not many.
I mean, I don't want to get into the numbers, but honestly, if you just look at it in broad strokes, the success rate is less than 1%.
Of Telugu cinema?
Of Telugu cinema.
Okay.
Right? And I'm not talking about the business here. I'm talking from the demands perspective.
Okay.
I'm not talking from the supply side.
Okay.
The audience wants entertainment,
Right.
right? That has always been the function of cinema. And if we can't entertain them for 2 hours, 3 hours, they will find other modes of entertainment. There's cricket, there's social media, there's etc. etc. And also the fact that you can go watch any other film of your choice or discover new films on OTT platforms, which is right in your palm, right? That makes cinema far more accessible than you relocating yourself to the theater for so much amount of money, which you're bound to be disappointed, right?
Right.
That explains everything. As for the Sankranti releases, I think they were just spectacles,
And people like to see spectacles.
Yeah.
So they come, and it's also a festive season.
Yeah.
So they come, they kind of make it a point, but then afterwards they stay away from theaters.
It's like a cultural spectacle. You want to get together with all your friends and family, probably step out of the house, go watch a film, and that's probably the reason why those films that got released during that period, did well.
Okay. So you're saying that if those films had gotten released at a less favorable time, as in a time when people are occupied with exams or something like that, they might not have done as well, you're saying?
Yeah.
Because you're saying the films themselves don't have the...
Well, I'm not really trying to I'm not trying to place them out of context. I'm not trying to, put them in another position or in another time period. But I'm just saying that one of the reasons as to why those films ran well in the box office was because it was a holiday festive season, and also the fact that, people wanted to get out of their house. But the thing is, people always want to get out of their house if they deem that the entertainment that they get from the film is worth it.
Yeah.
And that's not really showing anymore.
That's not really. So you're saying that, yes, there are people coming out for 3 or 4 festive seasons a year.
Yeah.
But that does not really mean that they're getting what they want from the cinemas.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So there was a part 2 or part 3 to your tweet as well, which I just want to touch upon, and it says, add to it the general dissatisfaction of having to work with redundant material, outdated practices, and inflated egos. What was this?
This was me for the last 2 years. I've been listening to scripts and dealing with filmmakers. I've gotten so tired of there's how do I say it? There's a stereotype about Telangana cinema now, and I'm talking specifically about Telangana cinema, right? It's been Telangana cinema ever since the state formation has happened.
Okay.
We've had ample opportunities to express ourselves creatively, but we've kind of more or less, and this is my grouse with filmmakers. We've relegated ourselves to 4 or 5 common themes or thematic concerns, which is, honor in the village, or pride in the village, or trying to get out of the village and talking about urbanization, or some panchayati set up under a tamarind tree somewhere, or it's just about eating mutton or drinking, and it's all these little nuances that don't really make up for a film. And people write the same nuances, the same elements as they refer to them, and they say this is the film, this is the story, and it's just very tiring to listen to the same script. It's the same script. I find 10 out of 11 filmmakers telling me the same story.
So one way to look at this would be to say that, listen, why not do these films, make a whole bunch of money, and then do what you want later?
I've never wanted to make money in life.
Okay.
I've just wanted to have fun.
Okay.
So films have now stopped being fun.
Okay.
Because it got boring. Like it turned into like a form of an employment scheme where I just had to turn up at 9 o'clock at some place or 7 o'clock at some place and do the same thing over and over and over again.
Hero's best friend.
Yeah, the hero's best friend. At one point of time, I really wanted to get a visiting card printed saying my current designation is hero's best friend.
Okay.
So being stereotyped.
That's actually a little sad, even though it's funny. Yeah.
Isn't all comedy tragedy?
Yeah, it is. Tragedy plus time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so the repetitive nature of what I did and what continues to come to me is what made me so angry.
Yeah. Now, how do you overcome this?
By not doing films.
So right now you have no films at all?
I am doing Husharu 2, which is a sequel of the first part, and I'm also writing and I'm going to direct my own film with Priyadarshi as the hero and the lead in the film. That's something that I'm working on exclusively at the moment. But if somebody is really offering me like a shit ton of money, I'd probably do that film even if the character or the storyline seems repetitive.
Okay. So if Vijay Deverakonda called you tomorrow and said, play my best friend, would you do it?
I've said no so many times that he has stopped answering my phone calls.
Because the last time I saw you was in a photograph where I think you went to their wedding and and it was like there were a lot of comments.
Thawed,
Sorry?
The ice is thawed between the both of us. But a lot of people attribute their marriage to me because of my character in Geeta Govindam.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He probably wanted to rework that magic again, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably something in the future. I mean, if something.
I think the